Hi, I'm Jennifer Thompson. I teach high school math, and at our October staff meeting at Lincoln Charter School, I presented this website called Gapminder.org. It's a great website to introduce all sorts of statistics and data about countries around the world. I believe one of our Common Core standards is to start connecting to other countries, get our kids to understand the world around them. I think that's one of our standards in our PDP also. So this would be a great artifact for that particular section. When you go to Gapminder, you were at the home and you hit this Gapminder World screen. It kind of has a standard screen that you can look at. Here's the x-axis. Right now it's on income per person, but if you just click on it, you can change that to all sorts of different things, poverty and inequality, aid received to different countries, work, population. You can just make it over time. And then you can also change this axis as well, and it has the same options here. The neatest thing about this is this time screen down here. It has data all the way from 1800s. Not every subject has it to the 1800s. It kind of depends on what data they've been able to gather in this particular subject. So this right here is your speed, so you can make it go as fast as slow as you want. But just as an example, this one particular starts in the 1800s. All of these little circles are different countries. And obviously when you click on them, they tell you what it is and which year it's talking about. And the size of the ball indicates the population of that country compared to the others. So these types of graphs have really great conversation starters. It's really a great opportunity to get our kids to start thinking critically about the world around us. You can see that the color indicates which region of the world. So here's North and South America. We have the sub-Saharan Africa, East Asia and Pacific, Europe and Central Asia, and green is Middle East and North Africa. Now, if you want to look at a specific country, like we were reading a book about the people of Chad and the people that reside in Sudan, and it was about Darfur and the genocide of Darfur. And so with my students, we went through and looked at these two countries, and you can kind of mess with them so that they're a little bit easier to see over time, and you can make, oops, what did I do? Oh, here's a little definition of what's going on with what we're looking at. Didn't mean for that to happen, but that's pretty cool. And then you can see about the income per person over time, and clearly Sudan's got kind of a crazy path going here, and so does Chad. It's very jigsaw-y. Did that go all the way to the end? Yeah, all the way to the end, 2012. There's India. So that's pretty cool. You can change these different things. You can go ahead and look at those things on a world map and see how those countries fit on the world map. And here mine are highlighted, but I can easily deselect all of them, and then you can see where they reside in the world. One of the neat things also is if you're looking for straight data, you can go to this data page, and it has everything listed in those X and Y axes, and you can do a quick look, or you can actually just download the spreadsheet, which I used when I was making scatter plots with my students. We looked at the cases of malaria in Sudan, and we compared them with the people having to reside in concentration camps, and we saw that the cases of malaria went up, obviously. So here it just puts the data into years and then by country for you. So if you're looking for some straight data, this option here is really great also. It has videos on how to use it. The guy that made this Gapminder is from Sweden, I think, and he's a pretty interesting guy. You can actually just download this onto your desktop, so you're not reliant on the internet and its function. So if those students with HPs in our high school could download this, or we could maybe send it through to their computers to use, so it's not an online tool. And then there's lots of teacher resources here that you can use, and we can look at different videos of how teachers use that, and different resources. Some of these resources are pretty good. I pulled up a couple of these. The Gapminder card game is pretty neat. It has, I don't know, it has the countries, and the kids can cut out the countries, and you can pose different questions to them, arrange them, and how developed you think they are, and then includes a map based on that. So it's kind of a good conversation starter. And then they also have a little Gapminder quiz that you can use with them. It's a little bit more towards high school, but you could definitely, you know, decrease it to more of an elementary, middle school type of activity. And they have a game where they give you, well, first of all, this part is really great because it goes through and actually kind of shows you what each piece does, which is kind of what I explained, but this is a little bit more detail. And then they kind of give you a task to do, and you have to look it up and try to answer it using the Gapminder. So that's pretty cool. But you know, there's tons and tons of resources available. And again, this is just not a math or social studies. You can really great conversations in English, and if you were in Spanish, you could look at Latin countries and all sorts of really cool things. Here's some labs. This is where I got some of those things for, but if you want a teacher-developed activity on Gapminder, it's there. And my particular favorite part of this website says, the mission of Gapminder Foundation is to fight devastating ignorance with a fact-based worldview and that everyone can understand. Project Ignorance, I love it. Okay, so that was just a brief recap of our professional development on gapminder.org. It's a great resource to use, and please feel free to contact me anytime if you would like more information on it or you need a little help with it. Thank you. Oops. Oh no.